It's been a fabulous opportunity to do something that I'm really passionate about, to work with a fantastic group of people, to collaborate with parents, carers, children and young people, and to really try to make a difference.
I think it's engaged stakeholders, it's made people aware of what these conditions are, and I think it's made a firm foundation to move ahead.
NHS focused in the beginning but has grown now with parents and carers, children, young people themselves, stakeholders, local government, education, social care, the voluntary sector, working in partnership. And I think a very exciting place some 5 years on, ready for the future.
We've all been on a journey together really, from working on the need to improve more specialist services to a recognition that we really wanted to do things differently in Wales.
The programme for me gave a national overview and a national focus for all the various initiatives that were going on to try to drive forward improvements in the offer and the outcomes for children's mental health in Wales.
The programme's purpose is to embed a whole system approach going upstream for children and young people across Wales in the prevention of poor mental health, and not just the children, but to address the issues surrounding the families as well that might be related to neurodiversity and trauma.
I feel we've been given an opportunity of a lifetime to recalibrate what we need to do in services to support the mental health and well-being of children and families. And rather than organising services differently, to start with what children and families need and to listen really hard to the things that make the biggest difference to them.
Well, I know that Together for Children and Young People has had a really positive working relationship with my office, and they have worked really positively and collaboratively, and I think uniquely, co-productively, not only together but also with children and young people and adults who work with them, to really make sure that all of their views are taken into consideration.
One important development that we have found through our own reflection of the process is the difference it makes in the journey of a service user. Rather than them having to navigate multiple doors to access support, it is one door and everybody joining up.
The difference the programme's made, I think, is seeing different agencies working together for the best possible outcome for children and young people. I think that's really starting to take place now.
My overall take of the programme is it's a really welcomed programme for us to think together about what we need for our children and young people. I think we've been through a really challenging time with COVID and the recent pandemic, and I think it's really helpful for us to think together how we support one another in order to support our children, families and young people.
I think it's really amazing because they co-produce with children and young people. So we do newsletters, we help with the NEST framework, which is a community project for children and young people's mental health.
We've got this brilliant NEAth framework that has been developed by the programme. I think it's absolutely the right framework. It provides support where children and young people live their lives, and we really need to embed that now and make sure that that is delivered right across Wales for all children and young people.
The young people have felt connected, they have been confident in voicing their opinions, and we've seen that confidence grow. We've seen the confidence grow from maybe a few words in each meeting to then being on TV, being in front of camera, being in an interview with one of the ministers, for example.
I would say the culture of the programme was the dialogue and collaboration, where we were included at every step of the way and our views and opinions were acted upon. It wasn't just to pacify us or humour us, they actually made us central to the progress and development.
Sometimes as a clinician you can feel that you can't make a difference, that there are too many barriers, and this provided opportunities, a way to work with other people, to collaborate, to hear their views, to distill those views, to share those views with people who could make a difference.
The difference the programme has made is by putting young people's opinions and voices first.
Whether you're a parent and a carer, whether you're a child, young person, whether you work in the NHS, in social care or in education and in the third sector, everyone has played their full part in getting us this far. And we look forward with pride to the next step.
I really want to see this going into action, taking place. Training for people, for working with children and young people, So I really want to see all the work T4CYP has done, I really want to see on the ground, grassroots.
Well, my hopes for the future is more of the same, really. More co-production with young people. Is to continue to engage with new young people so they get a chance to share in this experience that the young people that have been members previously have had.
I think my hopes for Welsh Government getting involved is that they come alongside us with everybody else, with children, young people, families, everybody who works with them, to really think about how we do this together.
I think it is important to understand how we manage expectations and develop that culture of hold on, it's okay.
It's now down to the Regional Partnership Board, supported by Welsh Government, to make this happen, to develop services that align with the principles and values of Nest and bring everybody around the table in order to work together and create that all-important whole system approach.
The concept is there. We think it's the right concept. RPBs have been supported to develop their plans. And it's all about delivery now, making sure that they do actually deliver, which is a matter for people like me, really, to make sure that they deliver on the really great initiative that's been developed by Together for Children and Young People.
I think the time has come now where we are on the brink of something absolutely marvellous, and really we all need to pull together, continue to pull together to make sure that children and families are held together in something much more like a nest that will bring services to them that they need and never be told again that they have the wrong kind of problems and that we can't help them.
My hopes are that we as a team on T4CYP pass the baton on to the team in government and they really move forward on this. They put in the investment that it needs, the support that it needs, the collaboration that it needs, and that we continue to make that progress.
Visiting schools generally, the amount of awareness is not high, and through the population as a whole the awareness is not high, and that's what this programme has done, has raised the awareness. But there is a huge amount of work to do, but we've got the will and the determination to do it, and we've got the people to do it.
What matters most is what people, children and young people and their parents and carers really feel are the most important things for them, and I want to see their recommendations coming through really strongly.
I really hope that that everything will stay to the same high standard that it is now, and they'll carry on co-producing with children and young people and involving us in all the important decisions that are about us.
I've been struck since coming into the role just how much children and young people are talking about their mental health and well-being. So I think it's really our duty as professionals that we really offer those services at the time and the place that they ask for them and need them.
Our hopes and expectations going forward is that Welsh Government just take the baton and continue with the work that's been done. It's involved the parent voice, the voice of the young people. It's child-centred, it's family-centred, it's collaborative, it's values-led. What's not to like?
If I was to use one word to sum up the programme that Together for Children and Young People have delivered, I think it really would be values.
Partnership.
People.
Inspirational.
Collaborative.
Determined.
Transformational.
Together.
Together.